G'day, sorry it's been a while since my last video. Now, let me explain the reason why it's been a while. I've been on the journey to open my pineal gland or to awaken my third eye. Now, I did a video when I first started. Now, I learned it's a personal journey. It's a journey from within. It's a journey that's different or solo for everyone. So I decided to just engulf that process and that journey and do it on my own. And so now I'm here to explain why I did the journey, explain the reasons or the science behind the journey, and then also explain my personal experiences through the journey. So today, here in this beautiful backdrop of nature, which is where we all should be. Nature is where we began. Nature is where we'll finish. So that's why I've chosen this backdrop. That's why I chose my journey to be in nature. For me, today I'm going to explain why, or the science behind, or the secret behind what they call the Kundalini, or the journey of the 33, or the opening of the third eye. Now, a lot of people don't know this, and it's only through research that I learn about this. Because when you're in the jungle or in nature, you forget about a lot of these things. You forget about your TV, you forget about the sporting team that you follow, and you concentrate on the process that you're going through. So what I'm trying to explain here, and I'll use the scientific terminology, but I'll also try and explain it in my own words, and what it meant to me. So the Kundalini, or the journey of the 33, they call it. Now, in everyone's brain, there is a colostrum. So that's a scientific term. So for me, let's just call it part of your brain. Now, every month, that part of your brain excretes or lets out some oily type substance. Now, that is historically known, especially with the Greeks, I believe, as the chrism. Now, if you're religious, they call it the Christ within you. Now, if you're non-religious, I would more explain it as the awakening in you. So this chrism that comes from your colostrum. Now, your colostrum, even modern day scientists don't know why this colostrum is in your brain or what it does. But this is what it does, and this is the secret behind it. Your colostrum lets out these chrisms. Now, these chrisms, they travel down your body, plus your 33 vertebrae, all the way down to the bottom of your back. Now then they travel back up. Now when they travel back up, this is where the preparedness or the importance of preparing your body or preparing your mind that comes in importance. Because that Christ within you, or that chrism. Now, I don't want to say Christ, but that's what they historically speak of. But we'll call it the chrism, or we'll just call it the oil for those non-believers or whatever. So that oil that's gone down comes back in this journey. Now when it comes back, it sits in what they call a hypothalamus. Now, so we'll call that the storage tank. So it sits in your storage tank for 2 or 3 days. Now, if your body is not prepared, it'll just disappear. Now, if your body is prepared, it sits there and then travels back to your pineal gland and your pituitary gland. Now, this is when the awakening within you starts to happen. So that important oil that has been let out, gone all through your body, come back up through your body, gets back into your pineal gland and your pituitary gland, and that is when it becomes important. That is when you become smarter, you become more enlightened to what is happening around you. You become more intuitive about the people around you. They call that the third eye awakening. Now, we'll talk further on down the track how you prepare your body for it. But I just wanted to give a bit of background as to why we are preparing our body and the process that we take to prepare our body, the reasons behind why we are doing that. And that is that it's a scientific reason. Because if you haven't heard it, or if you don't know, your pineal gland or your pineal gland, depending on your pronunciation, I'm a bit slang, I'm Aussie, is your stepway or your gateway to your sixth sense and your subconscious. So without opening this pineal gland or your third eye or decalcifying your body, you really become a follower, so to speak, and not a leader. Now, they talk about this whole process opens up the Christ in you historically. For me, it opens up the awakening in you. So it just makes you awake to the people around you and to the world around you. Now, the reason why, and there's many conspiracy theories about why governments put fluoride in water, why churches don't let you know of this process. You know, churches want you to believe that someone else is the Christ. The governments want you to conform. Everyone wants you to stay within their guidelines and their rules. But once you nurture your own internal process, you learn that the rules that the churches and the governments are trying to keep you inside is for a reason. And maybe that reason is because people in the past have abused their ability to be able to see or think better than others. You know, they've abused it for money or power. For me, I'm not here to abuse it. I'm here to share it. I'm here to explain it. I'm here to certainly embrace it. And it might be a selfish journey for me because I'm here to understand myself, understand my reasoning, understand why I'm here, who I am, and why I am who I am. So that's the basic science behind the pineal gland or the chrism traveling through your body. So in the next video, I'm going to talk about my actual journey. My first video was the start of my journey. Now, the next video we'll talk about my journey. Now, if you don't believe me about this chrism, I encourage you to look at your star sign, look at a bit of astrology, because the chrism travels when the moon is in your star sign. So every time, 1 week, because you can look this up, 1 week before the moon is in Sagittarius, I'm a Sagittarian, a lover, not a fighter. Now 1 week before it is in the Sagittarian, I take this product called Halamag from Third Eye Activator. That's my plug. I'm not trying to trick you, that is my plug. But it's true. I take this Halamag because it detoxes my body. It gets rid of the calcium or the bad habits that I've got into in the last month. I stopped to drink. I don't have sex. I don't smoke. I don't eat any meats. I starve myself a little bit and I exercise. I drink only alkaline water. And that is all because I'm preparing my body to nurture the chrism that is traveling down and then back up. Because I know from experience and from studying how important that chrism is to me now and to my life and to being aware and awake of what the world has to offer and why I am who I am and what I want to achieve. So that is my process each month. And I encourage you, if you don't believe me, please look in your astrology. Look for the moon. Follow what I say. Try it once, try it for 2 months. I will guarantee you I'm right. I guarantee you I am right. Take the Halamag. Detoxify your body, decalcify your body. Eat better, exercise better. Don't drink your alcohol. Don't have sex for that week. Feel that chrism travel through your body. Feel it go back up to your hypothalamus. Stays there for 2 or 3 days. That is when the nurturing of your body and the love of your own body and of this chrism takes place. That's when it comes back into your pineal gland. And that is when you start to see the world in a different way. So that is my lesson today. It's just the science behind it. It might be a bit confusing, but when I continue to do my videos and start to talk about my personal process and my personal journey, it'll all start to come together and make sense. Now, the people that try and stereotype the opening of the pineal gland and try and make it scary for you, for me, I'm going to speak Australian here for a minute. It's bullshit, mate. It's bullshit. Everyone's journey is different because every person is different. The chrism inside of me is different to the chrism inside of you. The awakening of me is different to the awakening of you. What I do with that, in ancient terms speaking, that Christ in me or that awakening in me is different to what you will do with that awakening. So you can't stereotype it. Now, the people that are fearful and try and do these scare tactics, don't open your third eye. Don't detoxify your body. It's fear. It's a scare tactic. Fear controls you. Fear keeps you in a box. For me, don't let life keep you in a box. Break through it. Break through it. It is the best feeling in the world to actually know who you are and to have that relationship with yourself and understanding of yourself that you want to have. Until next time, and next time I'm going to talk about the process I went through, and I apologize about the delay in my videos, and I hope you understand that for me this journey was so personal. I was in such a bad way, as you saw from my first video. I was in such a bad place. I needed to embrace this journey on my own, so I could enjoy the journey and get the best out of it I could, and then B, understand that me sharing this journey is the reason why, or one of the reasons why I did the journey. So thank you, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to message me on my Facebook, on my WhatsApp. If you go on the website, thirdeyeactivator.com, you'll see many chat options or options to be able to contact me. Now, the reason I don't mind it is because I like to share and I like to follow other people's journeys, because every journey is different, as I said, and it's interesting to me. And if I can help someone on their journey, for me, it's part of my continual journey. So I hope you understood the scientific reason behind it, or what happens inside your body to be able to open the third eye. So now I'm gonna test off. I'm gonna actually probably sit here for another 2 or 3 hours. Just stare at this. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful, mate? Isn't it beautiful? I can sit here and just enjoy this nature. Feel the sounds of the birds. Feel the sounds of the wind through the trees and the leaves. And orgasm over it, so to speak. I just love it, mate. Getting back to nature is what it's all about. So you're getting back to nature in the environment, but you're also getting back to nature within yourself. And that's what it's all about. So next video, which I won't wait for so long, because I've done my journey, I'm going to start talking about my specific journey, which will hopefully allow you to understand and participate in your particular journey. Okay.